Hi, YouTubers. This is Lana Lisa Williams, otherwise known as Survival Woman. And today is Valentine's Day, February 14, 2021. And I'm in my room in a little town in the Central Valley of California, not far from Bakersfield. And I'd like to tell you about my Valentine's Day. So, yesterday was Saturday, the 13th of February, kind of pre-Valentine's Day, or some people would say anti-Valentine's Day. And I drove over 7 hours, and I was up almost 24 hours, and I drove to see my daughter. And thank you, Jessica, for spending the day with me. It meant so much to me. Thank you, Pumpkin. I love you, Jessica, my pumpkin, my only daughter, my only child, who stays in contact with me or acknowledges that I'm alive. Yep, I'm alive. I am. And I'm not looking too bad. I mean, not wearing any makeup. Don't like it. I will someday put mascara on. And I did buy some healthy makeup. It's called Mineral Fusion. Yeah. And I was actually experimenting with my makeup before Valentine's Day just because, romance is in the air. And my husband, Jose, is in prison. So I can't spend the day with him today, but I had a pretty good pre-Valentine's or anti-Valentine's Day yesterday. Left like 5 a.m. to drive down past Los Angeles to Yucaipa, way over there near Palm Springs, and spent the whole day with my daughter. And we went to Shiloh Messianic Congregation, which is a Christian, is a Christian Jewish congregation, like a church of Jews and Christians who believe that Jesus is the Messiah, Yeshua. And we learned a little Hebrew too. Yeah, like shalom. Hey, all my friends in Israel, I love you guys. You people in Jerusalem and Tel Aviv, and wow, I want to go. I was living in Turkey for 2.5 years, just on the other side of that Mediterranean Sea, but I never got to Israel. Totally love you guys. Totally love your language. I am trying to learn it. I have a phrase in Hebrew. Let's see if I can remember it, because I was born blonde. I am a natural blonde. And I told that to my daughter yesterday when I forgot to do something important for her. And I'm like, oh, gosh, Jess, I'm so sorry. I am a natural blonde. And she said, LOLTZ. That's laughing a lot. Right. She texted me because that was after I dropped her off like late last night and drove home. I got home at like 1 a.m. last night. Yeah. So I was like 24 hours almost up. I couldn't sleep for a couple hours or 3 because I was all wired because I just driven all this mileage, and it was late and it was actually past midnight. So it was Valentine's Day. So my Valentine's Day kind of started past midnight as I was driving back from Yucaipa, California, through Los Angeles and up toward Bakersfield and toward my little town near Bakersfield. Yeah, so it was like after midnight, and there weren't many cars and trucks on the road. So hey, after midnight's a great time to drive in California, probably the best time, especially if you have to go through the part of Los Angeles to get where you're going, which I do. And so LA, I do love you. Hey, everyone in LA, I saw the cityscape and I thought, oh my gosh, I kind of miss driving for Uber in LA. I used to drive for Uber Eats in LA like 1.5 years. Oh my gosh, that was a lot of work. Barely survived. We don't want to talk too much about that. But I saw the skyline as I drove past and I thought, oh, Jesus, protect LA. It's like our golden city. And it has a lot of beautiful places and cool people. So I pray for LA. And my daughter lives not too far from it. So, So anyway, I spent the day with my daughter and we hung out with some of her friends and we went on adventures and we saw old places where she grew up and where she was a little girl at the bottom of the mountains. And we would have gone to the top of the mountain, but my car is not a Subaru, so it's not very good on cold mountain roads that might have ice on them. I crashed my Subaru and I wrote about it. But back to Valentine's Day. I just want to say, what am I doing now that it is officially Valentine's Day? So I'm in my room and I'm alone because my husband, Jose, is in prison. And his prison is Corcoran State Prison, and it's been on lockdown for like, I don't know, 2 months, and he can hardly ever call me. And we write letters to each other, and he sent me a nice Valentine's card, which is over there by my bed. I should probably show you. So hang on, I'm going to show you my room. This is where I am during Valentine's Day. So there's my closet, and I have a lot of clothes, and I try to stay organized. So this is a tour of my room. Yeah, I have some pretty dresses and nice shoes, and I really try to be organized, because if you're alone and your husband's in prison, hey, you've got to be organized for yourself and your daughter. My little bathroom and my patio going outside. It's really actually a very nice yard, and I go out there and walk in the sunlight from one side of the yard to the other. And my curtains are nice, and my little table with my coffee maker, my ripe bananas and stuff, and the chair I sit in, and the little thing I put my camera on to make YouTube videos for you guys, a little tripod. And over here, stuff from China, my daughter and my son, Jonathan. Jonathan, hey, that's me and you and your sister. Jonathan, call your mother. I do still live, and I miss you. And you're up there in Seattle, not that far away. So Jonathan, that's you. Call your mother. That's me at the top of the photo. And that's your sister on the right side. And she spent the day with me and acknowledges that I exist. And she's like my little angel, like this angel right here. I love this angel. Teachers are angels who give us wings. Oh, yeah. And my Chinese teapot and my last will and testament, in case, I drop dead, because I'm so lonely that my son didn't call me, and other children I would love to see again. Yeah, that's weird. Go figure. And my candles for emergencies that I got on sale at Walmart. And of course, pictures of Jose and me. I love the one in the middle. That's my signature photo taken in a prison with my husband, Jose. And that's us posing in front of a fake mountain scene in the prison. So my important people, my children and my husband, are on my table with my trinkets from traveling the world, such as my Chinese tea set, because I did teach English in China for 2 years, and in Turkey for 2.5, and in Russia I could only stand 6 months because it's very cold, and the people weren't too friendly, even though I am part Russian and I can speak Russian. They were like, I go back to America. So this is my little table by my bed, and there's their cards that Jose made for me. Beautiful birds with roses and blue butterflies, because I love birds and butterflies. Hummingbirds, totally a theme between us. And my little Valentine's Day card, and a hand-drawn prison-style Valentine's card too, that is in black ink, because in a lot of prisons, oh, my medicine, don't look at that. And my drink, and my nose spray, because I have terrible allergies, and, my escape bag, what do you call it, my bug out bag to grab in case of, the end of the world, LA gets bombed, and I'll grab my bag and go. And my flashlight, because I love solar power. It's a solar powered flashlight with a hand crank. And my little lonely bed. Yeah, with my nice cards from Jose, hand drawn, or the one in the middle has a little dog. That's not hand drawn. That's my little Valentine's Day card. But in the middle, it's hand drawn. But I'm not going to show you, because those words are for me alone and my eyes only. My little bed. Yeah, and there's my food I'm going to eat alone. Yeah, I'm having like Sam's Club meatloaf and potatoes that are already cooked, and all I have to do is heat them up in the microwave. And there's my little mini fridge, because I am not much of a cook, I mean, I used to be, but maybe when Jose is out of prison, I will actually have a reason to cook instead of just cooking for me, because Jessica's, in the southern part of California, and I'm in the middle near Jose. I could drive less than an hour. In fact, I went to Corcoran State Prison, which is somewhere in that direction. I drove for almost an hour, and I went to the gates, and I did a video. And Governor Newsom of California, I would like to go back to showing you me. Yeah, it's so beautiful, right? I have looked better, but hey, if whatever God gives you, use it. You don't have to be traditionally beautiful or acceptable socially. Hey, have an anti-Valentine's Day if you want on Valentine's Day, even not on the 13th, which is like an unlucky number. Have it on the 14th if you like. Be who you are. And don't wear makeup if you don't want to, and dress with funky clothes. I've got a stupid vest on, and I've got a layered look, right? and my little cross, which means a lot to me. I believe in Jesus. I went to church with Jessica, and she went with me. Oh, that's so cool. My daughter went to church with me. Yeah, Jewish Christian church. We like agree on a lot of stuff, right? Yeah, we believe in the Bible and God's love and so on. And the sun's behind me. It looks pretty cool. So, Governor Newsom, I would like to address this to you at the end of my little video, my Valentine's Day video. And I would like to say, Governor Newsom, here I am in my room that I rent in a little town near Bakersfield, alone, because my husband is in prison. Oh, let me get his photo. Gonna go back over there. Get the favorite photo, the one of us. I love this photo. Yeah. Okay, so my husband is in prison. Not with me, not in my little room. Nope. And Governor Newsom, I would like to say, where did you spend Valentine's Day? Were you with your family and your wife? Oh, you have a beautiful wife and kids. I mean, you are so handsome, actually, sir. You know, Governor Gavin Newsom, you're handsome. Your wife's beautiful, like totally. And your kids, like totally the California blonde look going on there. Just wondering where you guys spent Valentine's Day. Were you in some fancy French restaurant in Northern California, dining inside while throughout all California, as I found out yesterday while I was on the road for 7 hours? Yeah, in a 24-hour period, going and coming back and driving around, trying to find a bathroom. They wouldn't even let me use any bathrooms because your rules about COVID said, you know, don't allow bathrooms. Excuse me, when we're traveling, you know, that would be nice. If the gas stations could actually have bathrooms, they could open them. And you know what? They can. They just use the excuse that, oh, sorry, it's out of order. Yeah, right. Sure it is. You just don't want me to use it. So, Governor Gavin Newsom, are you with your family in a fancy French restaurant without a mask? You tell everyone else to wear one. I heard you had a little scandal where you went to a French restaurant without a mask inside when we weren't supposed to be in. We're not even allowed, according to your rules, to dine inside, which causes a problem when I'm on the road with my daughter. I'm like, oh my gosh, Jess, what are we going to do? So we went to Vaughn's and we got like deli takeout cold spaghetti. It was not my very best pre-Valentine's Day meal because we can't go to a restaurant. I totally miss going to Denny's and sitting inside where it's warm because it was cold last night because it's February. And going over the grapevine was like freezing and my feet were freezing. And I'm thinking, Governor Newsom, why can't we have inside dining again? And what's up with no singing in church and don't go in the building? And dude, you are not above the law. No one on this hostile planet Earth is above the law. We're all humans. No matter if we have blue eyes, blonde hair, like I was born blonde, a little ditzy sometimes, you know, forget to do stuff. And I say, sorry, Jess, you know, I meant to do that. Oh, I forgot. Oh my gosh. Or we could be black, or we could be brown like Jose. My husband is Hispanic. His name means Joseph in English. Beautiful story about Joseph. His brothers sold him into slavery in Egypt, but God turned it around for good. And Joseph became the ruler of Egypt. And there was a famine, and then his brothers, when they were all grown, came to ask for food from Egypt. And Joseph pretended not to notice, not to know who they were, and gave them all this cool stuff. Then later he said, hey, I'm your brother you wanted to kill. But my older brother Judah said, no, don't kill him because he's the youngest and our dad loves him the most. And he has a beautiful coat of many colors. Like the first rainbow coat was what Joseph wore in Genesis. His father gave him a beautiful coat. And all his 11 brothers said, oh, no way. He can't, he's the youngest. He can't have the beautiful coat of rainbow colors, you know, rainbow, like accept everyone, no matter what they look like or what their past is or what color they are or what sexual orientation they are. You know, we're all human, right? So back to Gavin Newsom. Please open up the inside dining. I totally wanted to stop at Starbucks yesterday and go inside and have a coffee. And the only thing that was open that I could go inside was like Pilot Truck Stop. And yeah, they had bathrooms they let me use because, hey, they have to for the truckers and the travelers like me. But there aren't many of those between where I live and Yucaipa. Hardly any, dude, inside dining. Remember your French restaurant thing? Remember that you're a human and you are not above the law. And you don't just get to make whatever law you want. The Supreme Court backed up the Church is okay. We can go inside church and worship thing. Just like a week ago, Supreme Court of America in Washington, D.C. said, come on, California, you got to go to church. Gavin Newsom can't say, don't go to church, don't go inside, all that COVID stuff. You know what? South Dakota didn't have a bunch of face mask rules and closures, and they did pretty well. They've got the strongest economy in all the 50 states in America. I really want to go to South Dakota, Governor. Governor, have you noticed that like 500,000 people have been leaving California and going to other states? Hey, why do you think that is? South Dakota, I love you. Governor of South Dakota, you are an amazing woman. I totally want to move there. So somebody, like offer me a nice place to rent pretty cheap, but only after Jose is out of prison, because I want to be close to him just in case they let visitation open again. It's been almost a year. Governor Newsom, please open visitation in the prisons. At least I can go see him, say hello. Maybe we can't even touch, but at least I can see him, be in the same room. But you know what? For 2 years, I've been asking you to set him free. More than 2 years. Just set him free already, okay? He doesn't have much time left on his sentence, and he didn't kill anyone or rape anyone to get in there. He was kind of in a bad LA gang and did some bad gang things, yeah. When he was really young, he was like 16, almost 17, and actually younger than what he said he was. And I have his birth certificate from Mexico to prove it. So, Governor Newsom, we are able to go to church despite what you say. And we would like to sit inside a Denny's that's open 24 hours and not out on some dumb patio when it's freezing cold in February. Or we would like to go to a Starbucks and actually go inside and have a coffee and write a story on our computer and look at the other people instead of being all lonely in our little room because our husband is in prison and our daughter lives far away. Yeah, so I represent the California people who didn't have the best Valentine's Day. And, it's still Valentine's Day, so hey, we're right on the time period here. Think about those who have someone they love in prison and start setting the prisoners free, because my husband couldn't even call today. His cellmate had COVID. COVID raged through his prison like wildfire, and he was afraid he was going to get it and die. I mean, would they even tell me if he died? I can't even call him to see if he's okay. So just set him free already. I've been asking you, and we're doing this whole recall Governor Gavin Newsom thing. And we got enough signatures. And unless you start changing, dude, you're going to realize you're an elected official and not a king. And you're not the great lawmaker of the planet either. Because you know what? There's a higher law than what you make. A natural law. A human law. A law from God. Right? And you know that. And you can say, wear a mask everywhere and not wear one, you think? No, you're human. You have to do what you say others have to do. You can't just have a really expensive party at a really expensive restaurant inside with all your friends and family when the rest of us can't even sit down with a coffee in a warm Starbucks. And my car, by the way, the heater's broken. So I was really freezing on the way home in the middle of the night, going over the grapevine up there in the mountains. There was stuff blowing at me, and I thought, oh God, please don't let it snow, because my car is not good on the snow. It's not a Subaru. I lost my Subaru. Yeah, my Chevy just wipes out on the snow and the ice. I've tried it. Why, Jessica and I didn't go up the top of the mountain because there were tons of snow up there and ice, and I knew my car would not make it up there and back in one piece very likely. And I don't have change, so dude, help us out. And remember, you're human. Like every other person on this planet, no matter what color of eyes or skin or hair you have, no matter what your sexual orientation, there is something called a rainbow, And Joseph, in the Bible in Genesis, he had a rainbow coat that his father gave him. And he had 11 other brothers, became the tribes of Israel, who are now in Israel. Yeah, hi Israel, all my friends over there. I want to come see you guys. And his brothers were jealous, and they wanted to kill him and take his coat, because it was like a really cool coat. But his older brother Judah said, no, don't kill him. Let's sell him to those people over there. They're going to Egypt. We'll sell him as a slave. And what they meant for bad, God turned around for good. And Joseph was blessed and became a ruler, second only to Pharaoh in Egypt. And when his brothers had a famine where they were in Israel, They journeyed to Egypt and begged for food and did not recognize their grown-up baby brother. He didn't have his rainbow coat anymore, but I bet you he had some really cool Egyptian stuff, like I imagine a gold wand or, one of those gold sphinx things, like a cane. What do you call it? Like the rod of Moses, but that was later, But he had like this really cool rod of gold and cool head stuff. The Egyptians were really cool with their styles and decorations and the way they made pyramids and the way they buried their kings in gold and all that cool stuff, right? So, from all of California to you, Governor Newsom, happy Valentine's Day. This is February 14, 2021, after a very bad 2020, and I haven't seen my husband in almost a year. And I am asking you, set Jose free. And remember, you are a human like the rest of us. And all of you in America, let's stand up for what we have in common, that we're humans, even if we're black or white or brown. Our hair is blonde or blue or green or pink or black or brown or gray or white. Let's all celebrate what we have in common, because the rainbow is a beautiful thing and has lots of colors, and we don't want to take out the green or the blue or the yellow or the red or the orange or the purple. Yeah. So back to my cross. It's a rainbow cross. See? Yeah. Semi-precious stones on silver, not very expensive. Like garnets and amethyst and citrine, nothing too cool. Because we are all human. And we want to celebrate love on Valentine's Day and not be alone in our little rented room. So set my husband free. And I will take my name off the recall Gavin Newsom list, which reached its goals, and they're going to take you out of there, dude. You're an elected official, not a king. And I will, volunteer to help you fight that. And I will thank you publicly. Hey, KTLA News Channel, come interview me. And I will talk a lot about Jose. I will take you to Corcoran Prison to the gate where I was and filmed, and hey, we'll do like a little protest thing. Somebody, Fox News, contact me. We're going to think of something to do, okay? But Governor Newsom, if you'll just let Jose free, I'll just not be too mad at you, and I won't, campaign against you. But if you don't, hey, I'm going to campaign against you, because guess what? I'm an American, and I was born blonde, so I couldn't help that. We don't get to choose what color we're born or what sex we're born. We don't. So happy Valentine's Day, Governor Gavin Newsom, and all of you in California, and all of you in America. And please, let's remember that we're human, and not say we're black or white, or Democrat or Republican or liberal or progressive. Let's say we're human, and there are many colors in the rainbow, and we celebrate every single color. So this is Lana Lisa Williams, a Christian with a rainbow cross, on Valentine's Day 2021, hoping for a better year than 2020, because I didn't get to see my husband for any special holidays or any Saturdays after the first part of March. Saying, I hope you all are having a really great Valentine's Day with your family or your lover or a friend, and not alone. But I bet you throughout America, a lot of people are having Valentine's Day alone. So I would like to dedicate this to all of you out there who are celebrating alone in a little room somewhere. Don't give up, because the Bible says in Psalms, and King David wrote this from Israel, he said, weeping, crying may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Psalm 30, verse 5, it's like Jose and I, is our favorite one. So I leave you with that. And I hope your morning is beautiful and you see all the beautiful rainbow colors in the sky. And remember that we're human. God bless you, and let's all hope 2021 is way better than 2020. Bye.